And so I did get the financial statements. The reason I'm FOIAing them is they're never available at these meetings. It's been over a year and a half that we've not received them. So I continue to FOIA the data and put together my own financial statement. And I have made that spreadsheet available to the treasurer, but it does not appear that it's being utilized in these meetings, which by law, there's supposed to be financial reporting to the board, so. Just concerned that that's not happening.
Because I was looking up the FOIA coordinator too, and I didn't see what he's supposed to, or that
It just
person.
has to be responded to within 5 days. Doesn't have to
Right.
be the coordinator.
But I didn't get a response in 5 days.
Right.
So, just making the board aware, again, that's part of the procedure that, I know in the county and other places, it's always the FOIA coordinator that gets back with me.
Because he
So,
passed it on to the right
right,
channel, but I don't know, is he supposed
Yeah,
to?
because I'm not doing that, because I don't know if they get back to you, they don't get back to you. I don't know anything.
right. Which is why I sent something on Friday, the 5th day, saying, I've not received this, am I going to get a response? And I did not get a response that day, so. So I'm just telling you how it works in other areas within the county in terms of who handles it, and then they go to the other people to get the data, so. Thank you.
Reconciliation of the clerk and treasurer.
I have no idea if we're.
She hasn't given
She hasn't given me anything.
She hasn't given you anything since the last meeting, Todd?
No, but she doesn't need to give me anything, she does it all herself now. So she hasn't reconciled as far as I know.
Okay.
So it's still only.
How does she reconcile both sides?
What's that? Because she, with our new system, she can go right in, put in all this stuff, and she can balance it to the bank, instead of me balancing to her from the bank. It was what we were talking about, thing, so, yeah, that is true. That's how we were,
But is it,
what's that?
So now
shouldn't you be,
going through the bank?
No, because it's all, it's all.
no, but shouldn't you be able to verify if she's?
Yeah, I can verify it, yeah.
But
But she probably tell me that she's entered stuff, you know, I guess I could look at that too, to see if it's there or not. Yes and no, since she didn't give us a financial report.
So, actually, we're just through, what was the last, through June? right?
June.
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
It was May last meeting.
Yeah. May, we're through May.
I'm sorry, but I'm not really sure what's going on up there. We're talking about a financial report or something, or?
All our bank statements get reconciled each month, just like you do your checkbook,
Yeah,
and then we're not reconciled past May right now with our bank statements.
okay. Is there a good reason for that, or?
Well, not that I know of.
Because the clerk he'll do his portion, and then, right, and then you give it to the treasurer, and then she goes off his report and hers.
So we're waiting for her report then?
Yeah.
How long does that usually run?
Well,
Take.
it was every month we were on time, but the last year and a half, it's been a while. We've
Does
been
she
falling
need-
farther behind.
Is it something that some of us can help her with, or? I mean, I'd be glad to try to.
We
You know, we've offered that too, so.
We've offered someone to come in and hire her. Her deputy's supposed to be able to do this stuff. And 6 months ago, I brought up a suggestion, BSNA was offering a class on reconciling. And I said, I think your deputy should go, and she said, well, I can train him.
Is that happening? Do we even know if that's happening? And
It's-
That was on my list
and
to ask her tonight.
Why would you hire a deputy that's not trained to do that?
Because they don't get paid any money to speak of.
The deputies don't get paid.
No, they don't get paid hardly anything.
But still.
They're just mostly there in case you need
They're
somebody
supposed,
when you're gone.
they're supposed to be able, if the treasurer's incapacitated or sick, be able to do the minimal jobs.
Uh-huh. Do you guys, does the board have any say on who is selected to
No,
help?
No,
Why is that?
it's a
Because
state law.
A
It's
state law, you don't have input?
Yeah. It's just, they get to pick the deputy, that's it.
Huh,
Mhm.
and they could pick a new deputy every week if they wanted. There's
Really?
nothing the board can do. But it's mandatory that the clerk and the treasurer have a deputy. For the supervisor, it's optional.
huh, okay. Interesting, thank you.
Agenda item number 4, the water refunds. I know that's gonna, I don't think we'll really vote anything tonight, but there just has to be more discussion. I was hoping Sandra would be here, because I wanna know if they're even, if she has all 6 districts figured out. I know that she has some of them, but talking with MTA, they were, the way it sounded, it should be a board vote, not just, clerk treasurer deciding how it gets refunded.
Whatever we can get done soon. How many water districts do we still have money in? It's
There's 6.
6.
Well, no, you got 7 counting water 11, but that's
That's
still
still
going.
active.
Yeah, that's not done, you got 6 that need paid back.
6 to be paid back.
6 to be refunded.
Okay.
So I know MTA, they said, we're more concerned about why it was in a refund position, but
I have no clue, these are all waiting for us.
I know the one,
Other
though,
than 8 and 10 was a.
but the one was, gosh, in like 5 years, they had enough money to pay it off. But Sandra said that you couldn't, because of the bond, pay it off early, which never made sense, but, so I think that one that has, I think it's, I don't know, I even hate to guess, but she just said it's a lot of money, but whatever that is.
I would say water 6 has 381,000, almost 382,000 in it,
I don't know how many
So-
people are in those.
yeah. I've heard those numbers.
So I don't know if
I'd like to see done in checks and get it done and over with.
Well, that's the problem, right? It's not gonna get done over with the checks before December or November. For one, you have to buy the checks in order, and that'll take a couple of weeks. I got an election coming up, I got an audit coming up, and it's just not gonna happen until, it takes me probably 2 weeks to do those, maybe, depends on how many people, but I'm guessing. It took me, with the 715 checks that we did the last time, it took me 2 weeks to go.
It's not gonna be any quicker for them on the tax roll.
That's what I'm saying, plus you got expense with this, the tax roll, you got no expense. You're gonna have probably at least $3 grand tied up into doing checks.
Now I'm gonna do more check, because Kim, Cumtrick, or no, Ann, said it's gonna be some work putting it on.
And maybe it is, I don't know, but the other, you're gonna
I'll find out.
purchase checks for all 6 of those things.
Yep.
And I don't know how many of those, purchase checks for that, you're gonna have postage, special postage envelopes, all that stuff, just for that.
One small one, isn't
There
there?
could be.
Yeah.
No, that's the last.
That's
No,
this one, that's not wrong, but there's another small one in
Small
there.
one in there.
But I'm just guessing you're gonna have at least 1,000 of these going out.
Right. Okay, so we have to buy additional.
But I gotta buy a minimum amount of checks for each district,
You have 10 checks to write, and you probably have to buy,
probably 100,
I would say.
maybe more than that, I don't know.
I think the real question comes down is, when can Sandy get this ready to go?
Well, that's it too.
I
mean,
I
even if
come
she gets
down
her-
to whoever, we can
Right.
help to get this.
Even
done.
with the checks, it can't get done until she gets her act done, you know what I'm saying? So either.
Russ, you
either
need to
way.
get on her, and we need this thing done. She's dragged her feet on way too many things the last 2 years that, it ain't just the water districts, it's a lot of other things that haven't got done.
Yeah, I will, I think next month, just,
I think,
I'll check with the treasurer.
I don't think
Find
you-
out how big of a work
I
that
don't
is.
think you can give her the option, I think you hire that lady from Lincoln and get her
Yeah,
in
get
here.
her to, come
Let's
in here,
just-
tell you.
Township,
you
come on
leave your
back
thing,
up.
and we're just in your passwords, and we're gonna get on this.
Okay, so I noticed the laptop's not back here either.
Well, it's been here for.
This Saturday,
since last meeting. Is it now again?
Yeah, the laptop's in
Okay.
there.
So we'll wait and
mean,
Get a
you
hold
can
of
do
her.
checks, but I'm just telling you, that you're not gonna get them that much quicker than you're gonna get the other.
No, but I think it's gonna cost you on that tax bill for the county to do it. I don't think Sandra can put it on the tax bill, I think it's got.
Well, that, we'll have to find out too, if there's a cost to that
Well,
too, I guess.
I'll
I
check
didn't
with
think there
them.
was a cost for that, from what I understood before, but we
I'll-
could be right, I don't know that, Brian.
They ain't gonna do it for us for nothing.
I'll check with the
Well,
county
I'm not
treasurer
sure.
on that
Yeah.
and see.
See what happens.
If you wanna just kinda,
Yeah,
maybe find out like a check price
yeah.
from there.
Well, I need to know how many we need. I don't have any idea on that either.
It's back to Sandy getting her job done.
Yeah.
Do you have an electronic check process? You put the,
I gotta put every one of
Data
these
in the
people
computer.
into the computer, yep, every one of them will have to be entered in the computer.
as
Cause
a
the check has to be made out exactly how the tax.
How the tax roll is written.
I don't get to make, say you and Rick are on the property tax, I don't get to just make it to you. It's gotta be Rick and Jill Booth. And that's how they all have to be, so I'll have to enter in each and every one of them as a new vendor. And then I'll have to print the check, write in the amounts.
Put the tax number on it.
But anyways, that's what has to happen.
and then you can rubber stamp your signature.
No, I got signers in one of them.
That would be, you could do that, but signing your name's gonna be the easiest. Like,
Yeah, that would
entering-
be just part of the whole thing.
Entering those checks.
It takes, yeah, just creating a vendor takes quite a bit. I mean, you probably got 3-4 minutes on each one.
Yeah.
Do you have time to do all that?
Not right now, I don't know, that's why I said it's gonna be probably October, November before that happens.
But we need to get
Yeah.
an answer.
Yeah, one way or the other.
Where we dragged this out for 3, 4, 5
Right.
months, we need an answer.
Right.
How we're gonna finish this thing.
You've gotta get it, yeah.
I'll
and
have
set
some
up.
time in September. I am available now too. I was just gonna say that, I mean, we brought this up June last year, so we're well over a year of trying to resolve this issue, and we were told last year it'd be on the December tax
Right.
bill. What happens if you guys miss it again
Well, that's why I wanna do something.
and it's
Get
not
it-
available?
Right.
Everything's set up now rather
Well,
than,
either which way, if I don't get the information, I can't write a check.
I understand, but I'm just saying, this is money owed to taxpayers, and if they're selling houses, they're losing out on their refund, because they'll be gone,
Right.
so.
cause last year, it was at the 11th hour, and they thought it was just gonna be
We talked about it in
a few
June,
numbers,
told it was gonna be on there in December, and then it didn't.
cause it was more complicated in finding out how much was owed
Yeah.
than a few clicks of a button. Okay, so we'll do some homework on that one. Who does it? Can I have our second?
If you can't get it from her, you can figure out how many checks are in for each district. how many
Yep.
people.
I have a number of checks at the moment,
Yeah,
each district.
So those have to be special, right?
yeah, they have to be out of each district, they gotta be special.
They have to have certain. They must have got it eliminated off here.
What's that?
Usually I have a second.
Oh,
Just
public
still don't
comment.
have it on.
Yeah. Does anyone have come to a second public comment?
Yes, I will state the obvious. I'm not comfortable with only one set of eyes looking at justifying the books. I think a second set of eyes needs to look at the
Well,
books.
they're all in the book, they get audited, it's all in one thing, it's just she'll, instead of,
Same.
not understanding the process. The deposits, all that I do is I enter deposits, that's all I do. And then I balance that to my stuff. She's entering the deposits now instead of me, and then she can check that to my stuff, and then check it against the bank. So it all happens through her, and then she'll print the report.
You need to get that one.
And it's all in the system.
So you're doing the deposits and she's
I
entering.
was doing the deposit. What used to happen is she would get the stuff, and she'd have to do a separate spreadsheets and everything, and she would enter and balance to the bank. And then she would give me the bank statement with her deposit slips, and then I'd enter all the deposit slips into my system, and then I would balance to her. All right, and now she can go in and enter all the deposit slips into the same system, so that it doesn't have to happen twice. We can eliminate all the, extra, double entries and things like that. And then she balances to the bank, which also balances right, because her check register will be on my form. And it'll all balance right off our computer.
So you still have oversight.
Yeah, she doesn't get to touch any of my things, she can just enter in her things and balance it to my stuff.
But she has oversight over what monies, I mean, you all have oversight over what she's depositing.
It'd be just the same thing, she still has deposit slips and all that good stuff, yes. And it all gets audited at the end of the year also, on top of that.
And you all know what she's depositing, that is true, okay.
Yeah, and it'll be all entered in there, the dates that it was deposited.
Todd connects, look at hers and access it, can't make any changes, and she
Yeah.
can look at Todd's.
But can't make changes. Yeah, it's
It's
all
all-
accessible.
I see.
You just don't have the separate spreadsheets. You have 2 or 3 spreadsheets, and then she's got 1 or 2, you know, and then you're trying to